We got to talk about race and comic books just one more time. You see, I was at the gym the other day, and I was doing some like back extension things and whatever, and I stood up, and I saw a young man, brown in skin tone, walking past me on his way to the basketball court with a homie. Now, the two of them were walking by, and I noticed that they both had pretty cool hoodies on, but the hoodie that struck me the most was the gentleman in the Black Panther hoodie, demonstrating the regalia of the King of Wakanda across his chest in the form of vibranium talons in that necklace. And I thought, wow, that's a nice hoodie. And I said, hey, that's a nice hoodie. And he said, thanks, Wakanda forever. Now, here is where my conundrum is, and this is what we have to talk about. Because for a split second, in my head, I said, am I allowed to give that back? And I was already in the mid-stroke saying Wakanda forever to my friend, my compatriot, my man of Wakanda. Now, here's the thing, is that in my head, I'm thinking, well, is that cultural appropriation? No, you see. And I asked some black friends, and they said it was cool. Two, it's a very important and nuanced discussion talking about cultural appropriation and PC and everything's broken. But here's the thing. If you are celebrating something about somebody or somebody else's culture, it's not appropriation. And it's very clearly not appropriation. And you should be very clear on how you're celebrating somebody else's culture by not wearing its trappings, by not acting like you're from the culture or pretending anything about that culture. You see, I'm not pretending to be Wakandan. I can't, because it's a fictional place. But what it is very real, and that's the representation of black excellence, especially among black Americans. Right? It's a distillation of all the music and culture and beauty and wonder that has come from the black culture in America, and that they should very rightly be proud of. It's distilled into this imaginary place, but it's a very real place in the hearts of a lot of people, as it represents those things that are very real. And in a world where an oppressor prevents your fruits of your culture from flowering for a long, long time, it's a very important thing to be able to find pride in yourself and in your achievements and in your superheroes. And when somebody else from another culture does not appropriate them, takes them for their own, well, you see, I can't take Wakanda for my own, because it is uniquely a black experience to represent it. And Wakanda being a fictional place means that I can't harm it or impugn it in any real way. But the reality of it is that celebration of greatness, and you should always be there for other people to celebrate them. You see, where cultural appropriation has a problem is that it takes from another culture and does not reciprocate and invest in that culture's development. It takes and assimilates something into your own culture. That's bad. But to celebrate and to invest in another person's culture and in their happiness and in their pride, that is not appropriation, and that's perfectly cool. And to that I say, Wakanda forever.